All right, guys, we got a special episode of Two Dudes Brew Reviews. Tyler's actually going to be doing the segment about PBR. He's from Tennessee. He's a country boy. We feel like it's most appropriate for him to take over this episode with Heath, so enjoy.
Welcome back, y'all, to a little bunch of high hopes. Today we got that PBR. What does PBR stand for?
It stands for Pabst Blue Ribbon, buddy.
You ever had it before? Because we got a whole 2 pints right here.
I'm from Tennessee. Of course I've had it, son.
Oh, shocker. Alright, as you guys see here, we got the wonderful PBR, the Pabst Blue Ribbon. Every collegeman's staple beer, or cheap person's beer, or homeless man's beer, or anyone's beer. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, today we're going to be reviewing this wonderful low-budget beer to have high hopes. I personally have never had a PBR in my life. I've only gotten many recommendations to try one, but I'm very not fond of getting cheap beers. What about you? Have you ever had one?
I haven't had one in a very long time, so I really don't remember what it tastes like, but we'll find out real quick if my memory is either good or bad.
I can hear the banjos playing from here.
Oh yeah, all in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR. Everybody knows it by name. Everyone literally knows this beer, so we don't really have to do any research, in my opinion, because everybody already knows this beer's name. It's a staple. It's literally everywhere in the brew world. You could talk to top craftsmen, all the breweries. Everyone knows this beer. So why don't we just go ahead and jump in, crack this thing open, see what it smells like, and go from there and see our initial thoughts of it. All right?
Alrighty.
Man, that
Yeah.
definitely smells cheap. Like I said before, you could definitely hear the banjos right as you crack that open. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I don't know if the mics pick it up. It definitely smells very malt forward, kind of cheap malt, a little bit of corn in there. It's very pungent.
It's definitely got a smell to it.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited, but also not excited to try this beer at the same time. Like I said, I got recommended this beer many times for this channel, so we figured why not go ahead and get this out of the way, just like the Natty Daddy. And I'm actually kind of interested in how we're going to pour it and see what color it is, how it foams up, the carbonation levels, and, the initial taste test. So let's go ahead and start pouring these beers.
Alright. Oh yeah.
Was it that bad?
I'm going to tell you right now, Tyler, you're going to have flashbacks of the PBR whiskey.
Oh my god, no.
Alright, so we went ahead and poured these beers. Definitely has an interesting color, somewhere between the Natty Daddy and the Rolling Rock that we reviewed.
Yeah, I definitely would agree on that.
The carbonation is alright. We literally just poured these. The head on top almost disappeared. They were pretty much right at the rim of both glasses, and now they're almost gone. I don't know what much more to say about this beer, man. It doesn't look too enticing. I mean, it's very popular for what it is. It's definitely a cheap beer, like I said, a college beer, so everybody's going to grab that for a quick buzz. But I'm not too sure what else to say about it. I mean, it has an interesting golden color, but other than that, I don't really have high hopes for this thing, man. It's very cheap. Obviously, that's why it's low budget high hopes. But I don't know, man. What are your thoughts of this?
The best way I can describe it is that it just looks like just cheap. Just super cheap.
I mean, we got a 4-pack for maybe $4, if that. I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and try this thing. Let's take a good chug of it. All right, a good, decent chug, not the whole thing, just a good.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Bro.
Oh god. Ugh.
All right, so the people who recommended me this,
All right, one more time.
real quick, why? It's kind of like Natty Daddy Light, to put it in a way. I feel bad for saying that, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Obviously, very malt forward, very cheaply made. You can definitely taste like a manufactured taste, where they made just one huge batch and just kind of said, "Hey, you know what? Send it." But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, though, it's not too bad. It definitely could be worse, like Natty Daddy. Ooh, fuck. Excuse me.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you think about it when you were tasting it? Like,
To me, it tasted real bitter. A lot of corn to it. I could taste like 5-week-old corn that they had probably thrown in the batch.
I don't know
to
about
use
you,
with.
but I didn't really feel much of carbonation.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree on that.
You hardly see any bubbles if you can at
Yeah.
all. I don't know, man. We gotta let this thing warm up out in the Florida sun too, and it's currently 98 degrees. I don't know, man.
Oh, God.
I'm kind of scared. It's giving me PTSD to the Natty Daddy, but we'll go ahead and see how this whole thing turns out. All right.
All right.
See you in about
20 minutes.
whatever minutes.
That goddamn PBR, what's wrong with him?
I'm Joe Exotic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go bankrupt.
Yeah! PBR for life. If you don't do PBR, then you're one of them weirdos.
All right, some time has passed. We've left the PBRs outside to go ahead and, I would say, cool down, but in this case, warm up. We're both kind of have a little bit of carbonation going on. We have a very thin white head on it still. Color hasn't changed too much. I don't know if you can really tell, but there's not much color going for it right now. Nothing really looks too different from when we cracked it open and poured it immediately, besides the head that we gave it, and it only lasted for like 5 seconds, if that. That's why I'm actually amazed about these cheap beers, because usually when you pour them, it gives you an overabundance of carbonation. But I guess under further review, let's go ahead and try these out, see how they test compared to when they were cold. All right.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Well, here we go.
Here we go. Cheers, mate. One more time.
Yeah, man, this thing is disgusting, to be honest. Obviously, I think the root of all evil will always be the Natty Daddy Warren. I don't think we can ever go back to that situation.
I don't think anything can top Natty Daddy, but this is a close runner-up.
Yeah, man, this is honestly disgusting. You definitely get that latexy kind of taste from the Natty Daddy once we reviewed before. You definitely get the stale corn, and you get a very, very, very pungent malt flavor from this stuff. Definitely one of those that you want to drink ice cold, even though it's not that good in my opinion, but you know, we gotta have content. What do you think about this beer, dude?
The best way I can describe it warm is it just tastes... I can't even describe how it tastes. It's so bad.
It honestly actually tastes more watered down than anything.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is
What flavors like popped out at you once we warmed it up, or let it warm up?
definitely the corn and the wheat came out. The wheat came out more than the corn did, causing to give it a little bit more bitterness. In my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that. A while ago, we visit Tyler's cousin, or Tyler's uncle, and he actually had a PBR whiskey. That whiskey was literally only brewed for 10 minutes inside of a barrel, and they certified that as whiskey. It almost tastes identical to this,
Yeah.
but this had a little bit more of a corn flavor to it. And I don't know how you guys do this. I understand it's cheap and you guys want a buzz, but I don't know how you guys drink this down with no problem. All the college kids or the people that are just looking for a cheap buzz or people on a budget. I honestly could not do this for a lifetime. It's way too disgusting in
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't think it's worth that kind of situation. I would honestly pick the Rolling Rock over this any day. I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah.
Alright, for our initial overview of the cans, the beer, everything in general, I don't understand what Blue Ribbon possibly could have won. Probably not since, 1844 when they won their first ribbon. I mean, that must have been trying times back then if this beat everyone else. But nowadays, I don't see myself this beating anything out there today. If anything, I would probably rank this thing in between a Natty Daddy and probably Milwaukee's Finest, if I had to say anything. What about you, man?
This is probably, as of now, one of the worst beers after Natty Daddy that I've ever had.
Warm or cold? Or just overall?
Overall, warm and cold. My memory sucks because I remember this being halfway decent when I was up in Tennessee, and yeah,
Yeah, no, a complete different experience
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know if... I don't want to say that cans were skunk, because you would definitely tell a difference in that. But I don't know, man. This thing's pretty wretched. I would probably give it I'll go halfway. I'd probably say a 5 out of 10, just for the beer alone. If I had to look at the can design, I mean, yeah, you got a blue ribbon, but you don't explain what the blue ribbon really means. You got the white and the red with a little bit of the gold around the ribbons. I mean, it's a pretty forward but also kind of classical look to it.
yeah,
so I'd
it looks
probably
like
give
something
that-
you would see at a fair.
Yeah, definitely. If you went to like a strawberry festival or something simple
Yeah.
like that. But even then, I'd probably give it. I'd have to say it's kind of cheaply made in my opinion. Probably a 3 bottle caps just for the design. But overall, for this beer, all things considered, it's not as bad as Natty Daddy. There's other beers that are definitely better than it. I'd probably give it maybe a. Ah, man, it's so tough. I'll give it a 5.5 overall. 5.5. That's pretty fair. It's not bad. It's not horrible, but it's also not amazing for what we paid for it. I definitely think for the low budget that we had, it definitely, plenished my hopes for it. What about you?
For can design, I'd probably give it about 5 bottle caps. I think it's a little, it stands out when you're looking at just regular cheap beer. It kind of stands out. Taste wise, I'm going to be more brutal than Heath is going to be. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 bottle caps. It tastes like trash.
But is it better than Natty Daddy?
No, because Natty Daddy isn't even on the scale of bottle caps for me.
All right.
It's just this Natty Daddy's worse than this and will always be the king of cheap beers.
Hell yeah. All right, so what about the overall experience? The brew, the whole design, what do you think of it from 1 to 10 bottle caps if you had to give it something?
I'd give it
Everything
probably
together.
3 bottle caps. The design makes up for it a little bit, but the taste, warm and cold, just absolutely destroys it in the bottle cap category for me.
All right, awesome. Well, I guess that will do it for our low budget, high hopes review for the wonderful PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Thank you for everyone who are close to me that recommended this beer, everyone in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube for recommending this beer. We're definitely trying to get more polls out there and asking more people what they would like to see out of this content. Don't forget, guys, to go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. We also have other videos uploaded right now, and we got even plenty more if you guys plan to subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification just so you know that every time we post a video, you guys get notified immediately. And don't forget to like and comment. Every time you guys comment a beer we should do, we definitely put it in consideration, try our best to get out there and grab that beer for you. And until then, let's go ahead and finish these beers and close this audience out, alright?
All right. Cheers, mate.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.